Righto, today we are going to fit an intercooler kit and Plenum and flapper mod rehousing to this territory. It's a BFA. What are they called? Like a SY or something?
SY.
Yeah, SY territory. So we're going to they basically have the same front end as a Falcon. All the same chassis and all that. So we're going to fit the intercooler kit and see how we go. We've got some stuff here. We've got Process West Plenum, got Process West Stage 2 intercooler there, and a heap of pipe work, and yeah, so we'll get into it. So getting the front bar off, it's not too hard. There's just some clips here and there to separate the front, and then around the side there's a main screw that holds it in, and then a couple of clips down the side, and you've got the splash tray which is off there, and and you just got to make sure you undo the fog light wires. So they're quite a different design compared to the Falcons. You've got this whole inner skin and the outer skin, but there's these two little 8mm you've got to get on that long thread, and then there's 3 plastic clips underneath that are held into this guy, but then it looks like there's only 6 bolts to get this off now. So we'll grab this off and see what it looks like. Alright, so basically stripped the front end now. We've taken the intercooler off, taken some the pipe work off, air boxes out, getting ready to take the inlet manifold off and the exhaust manifold to fit the flapper mod, and dropped the power steering cooler just so we can work out how this intercooler is going to mount. And there's the standard intercooler bracket, just bolts to the coil cover bolts, pretty easy to get off, and all the plastic and pipe work. Alright, we'll get stuck into this motor and get both sides of it off. So we have done some more dismantling, got heat shield off, getting the manifold bolts undone, and we have the top of the plenum off. We're just going to change the gasket and bolt it all back up, and then put the top half on this guy, and then we can bolt the rail back up and put it all back together again. It's not very fun doing the gasket on these, but hey, it's done 180,000, so we're going to just change the gasket anyway, because yeah, you're better off. So the easiest thing to do is pull all the bolts out, and then you just get a bit of pressure pushing the manifold away from the head, and I'd slide it out through here. But yeah, so this is why we're changing it, because they fall apart, as you can see, and they crack, and then you get a miss at idle usually, but then you're like, oh, but I boost it or I hold it flat and it's fine. So yeah, this is usually the case, is the inlet manifold gasket is cracked and it just fell apart as we pulled it out. So it's always a good thing to do when you get the chance. Righto, an update on the territory. We have the Process West Plenum is on. We've managed to get a cooler pipe happening down here, which goes to here with a custom bend, and we have the Process West Stage 2 intercooler mounted. Then we've got, so custom mount going up to the top there. Then we've got 2 at the bottom. It's looking really good now. We've actually got that all sorted. This cooler pipe comes off here under the headlight and then comes up beside the race airbox, which is half an airbox now, but it fits as you can see. And then down to the turbo, comes off the turbo there. So what we've got left to do, so we've done the flapper mod. The flapper mod rear housing is on. There's the stock one there. That's the stocker. The flapper mod rear housing's on there now. Done. New exhaust manifold gasket. New copper O-rings everywhere. It's got the Turbo Smart actuator on there now. 12 PSI one. It's all looking pretty good now. Just about got to run the battery, put the battery in the boot now, and then we can start it and see what's going on. But yeah, besides putting all the front bar and all that back on, I think we are just about ready to put it back on. So with the territory, like, this isn't, obviously it's not the right intercooler, but we made it work by just making it a little bit lower. So we're just gonna have to maybe scallop the front bar, or just see how it looks on there. We haven't got to that stage yet, but we have all this mounted now and it's all very secure. So we will get this battery cables run to the back and then start it up, see what we've got. Cool. Righto, just to conclude and to give you guys a rundown of parts we used, custom parts we used, off the shelf stuff. We'll just run it through. So we'll start over here. We've still got the stock injectors in because he's going to drive it home and maybe drive it around for a week or so before it hits the dyno. So the dyno shop is going to do the injectors as well as the fuel pump, because I believe it has to be dropped out the bottom. But we've got the plenum on. We've run the battery cable to the boot. It's all running now. So we've got our boost on these. The boost sensor plug is here, which is different to a normal B series. It's down there in a normal B series, but anyway, that's where it is here. So the adapter's there and the pipe goes through to register boost, because it's the boost sensor. And we've got our crankcase ventilation venting there. We've got our blow off valve here, which goes back to the Process West airbox. Now this is a B series pipe which comes down here, and we have our very short radius 90-degree bend that I had laying around that we got Yatla Headworks, Dan from Go Pipes, to shorten that up and put a bevel on each end for us so it doesn't pop off. Got a straight bit of 3-inch silicon, got a 45-degree bend here that we cut down to suit to make it fit. Then yes, you saw how we've got the intercooler all mounted up. Then this side is Process West, comes with a kit. It's basically like I think it's a straight, or it was either a straight or a 45 that comes off there, and it reduces from 3-inch down to whatever that is. I think it's 2.5, maybe 2 3/4, something like that. But got that piece there, and then this piece was actually FG cold side, which comes up to here and which comes to FG hot side. And we've just, oh yeah, that's right, this piece here, this top one, we trimmed down to suit. It just, I think it was 2 inches? Yeah, we cut 2 inches off, and Dan from Go Pipes sorted that out for us as well, putting a bevel on it. Then we just trimmed the airbox so the cooler pipe can run through, because it's B series and it's a territory, so none of this is really meant to fit, but we just made it work. And flapper mod, still got stock dump pipe and all that, but he's not chasing crazy power, just wants probably a nice 400 out of this. Got the airbox now, and yeah, the race airbox piece of silicon. He's going to put I'm modifying the lid so it fits now. And the motor has valve springs, and that's it. Got a T-piece there, another T-piece down below, goes to the bottom of the plenum. Process West ones are under there, and then that comes to the blow-off valve as a vacuum boost reference for it. And that is basically it. This is what you see is what you get now. This is Obviously you saw in the video it was a top mount at the start of the video. Now we have Process West Stage 2 B Series intercooler fitted upside down, so it goes under the headlight, and that is it. So there we go. So I'll just end the video with a bit of flutter when he's leaving, but that's basically job done. Thanks for watching. Make sure you leave a like or subscribe if you want to see more shit like this. Thanks guys. See you later. Righto guys, here we go. We are done and dusted. We have everything buttoned up on the motor. Everything is done. The top of the airbox is now modified and on, so you can't see anything, any sneakiness going on in there. Got our little turbo. We have all our pipe work is all done. We have the front bar is on. You can see that nice little Process West Stage 2 in there. A little bit of cutting at the bottom, but hey, those two bolts hanging out look sick. So there we go. Beautiful. Ooh.